right, Memphis Slim, Mother Earth, right here on KPOO San Francisco, 89.5 on your FM dial. We heard Etta James, You're Taking Up Another Man's Place, off the album The Right Time. All right, thank you for listening. My name is Francesca, and I'm super excited. I'm joined here in the studio with the Baer Magnant. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is exciting to have you here.
Yeah, good to be back.
Yeah, and your album is beautiful. I just want to say, I always get in trouble talking about visual art on the radio, but it's really a beautiful design. Is there a way our listeners can see it?
Yeah,
online?
Our website, baermagnant.com. Actually, this is the guy that did it.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, our very own, our keyboardist, Tony Capriccio, who has joined with me. We're going to have the other group members here soon.
So how did you get the band together, and what's the story of how you guys all met and started playing together?
Yeah, I moved out here from the East Coast, and it was a good fresh start for me. So I was just writing music without any particular genre in mind, just whatever would come out, and I figured if I would just, musicians I met out here, I'd give it to them. If they liked it, good. If they didn't, no biggie. And I met Tony at pretty much a jazz jam group, and kind of, I think, exchanged some information, but it was still a while before I got the group together. I know Chris and Mike, who are going to be here soon, Chris Lujan and Michael Reed, from playing with the MTET with them. So 3/4 of the group is in a different group too, which is it's a
very cool.
Yeah, it's much different too, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I think you must be good to play in multiple bands. I mean, that must be like the true sign of a good artist.
Yeah, either that or have
everyone
a lot of
wants
extra
you.
time on our hands. Most people would call this album jazz, but it's, I don't think in the normal sense, jazz necessarily. There's a lot of different influences in it, and
defies classification.
Yeah, I was gonna say I love that's all my favorite music.
And a lot of musicians say that about their songs and stuff like that. But
did you find it more difficult to not have those boundaries? Like if you can just play whatever you want, I think some people get intimidated by having every option. Did you feel free, or did you?
If you're not going for something that's already out there, and I don't mean that in a bad way. Like the MTET is my other group. We try to do R&B, soul, and funk music, and that's fun because we have a kind of a style that we're going for. With this one, it's a little scary because what you come up with has to be perceived the way you want it to, because there's nothing to kind of compare it to necessarily.
Right.
But
I think as an artist, you're sort of exposing yourself.
Yeah, that's what it is.
So, it's very brave.
Yeah. So
well, I mean, the combination of people bringing aesthetic too. I think we do different sounds, but it does tend to ebb and flow and kind of come to this home base that is brought by the compositions, by
yeah, and it is that, like, when I started off with a certain sound and then you bring human beings into it, there's a balance between telling them what you're going for without inhibiting what their talents are.
Right.
Personalities.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So it's like, it's just definitely I learned from this group is, when do you say, let's try it this way, and when do you let each musician's, what they have to say come into it. Yeah,
that's funny.
So it makes it difficult, but at the same time, because you don't have to compete against any other genre or style, then you do feel a little free once you start to get it, and it just kind of locks into place, I think.
Yeah. How do you know, what is it to get it? How do you know when a piece is good and done?
Well, what do you think?
It feels good.
That's a really loaded question.
That's what's the cool thing about having different compositions brought in by different people, and then there's the idea you have, and then as all of us play it, it kind of goes beyond the singular thing that's sketched out or written, and it always everybody individually adds that piece, and when it really kind of connects,
like that was awesome.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Totally.
Yeah,
and it comes through the listener too.
Yeah.
You feel good. The listener is like, man, I feel good listening to
Well, that's
this.
the scary part that comes back to. It's like you feel really good about it, and then it's like, what is everyone else going to feel good about this?
I think when you're grooving with people, it comes through in the music. When you hit that point where you're like, wow, this is good. It is.
Yeah, it is. It's having a good conversation.
Gosh, you make me want to be a musician. That's so interesting. Yeah, I love it.
Well, there's someone I can't remember who said it, but someone said, I never met a musician that regretted being one.
That's probably true. Yeah. Oh, I love that so much. We should hear some music on that note. So what have we queued up? We have track 1 here.
Yeah, the song's called Coagulate. The song kind of goes in and out. It's a little bit liquidy and kind of comes together. And That's all it is. It's
I love it.
Just a word,
Awesome. And the name of the album is Liminal Spaces?
Liminal Spaces, yeah.
Man, I appreciate your honesty so much. You're awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, I love it. I love it. So here they are, the Baer Magnant group. And this is a song, Coagulate, off the album Liminal Spaces. Right here, KPOO. All right, you're listening to KPOO San Francisco 89.5 FM. Joined here in the studio, Baer Magnant Group. We just heard one of their latest tracks called Coagulate, and that's off their latest album, Liminal Spaces. Yeah, so we have the whole band is now here.
That's right.
Awesome, welcome. Do you guys want to introduce yourselves?
Yeah.
Tell us what you play also, please.
My name's Chris Lujan, Leo. I play bass. My name is Michael Reed, Gemini, do or die, drums.
Nice.
I'm Tony Capriccio, Leo, keyboards.
And I'm Baer Magnant, Taurus, guitar.
Awesome.
I don't have anything witty to say.
Oh, no, I love it. I love it. So when did this album drop?
Last Friday, right? May 11th.
Nice.
Yep.
Congrats.
Thank
That's
you.
really recent.
We had a great release show at the Octopus Literary Salon, which is a new place in Oakland. It's a really nice little intimate venue. And it's what it sounds like. It's like a literary salon, except for they have adult beverages and some records here
Costumes
and
to
there.
wear.
Costumes to wear. You can wear costumes when you go there.
That's
There's a little
fabulous.
closet, yeah.
Did your fans show up, put on costumes?
I don't think anyone
Rock
put on
out?
costumes.
Indeed, they did.
They did?
Yes, they did.
Oh, okay. I usually keep my eyes closed when I play, so I don't see stuff. But it was a great show. I looked when I did open them. I saw that there was people standing, so they ran out of chairs. That's a good sign.
That is a really good
Yeah.
sign. Yeah. Congrats. So the album is new. What was the process like of recording the album?
The album we recorded it all in one day, and it was recorded to 8-track tape.
Nice.
That's the way we do it.
Oh, I love that.
Same thing with the other group, the MTET, that I'm in with these two other guys. And with the tape, it's no edit, really. You got to go for it. So usually we do about
tapes. How many tapes do we have? It was a stack.
It was a lot of tapes that we went through because you do just as many takes as you can, and then you pick the best one, pretty
Wow.
much.
That's really cool that you guys do it that way.
Yeah, it's like listening to a live show.
Yeah.
Except for you get to erase the minds of the audience if you played a bad version of the song and do it again.
Yeah. And we do
Perfect.
it ourselves, too. That's another thing. We may go into a studio, but we bring all of our own equipment
Mhm.
and
Nice.
kind of engineer it ourselves, mic everything ourselves. So it's a pretty...
An aesthetic to the way we set up and the way we record that I think is important for the production style.
Well, it's real music. I mean, music was recorded live. It's,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
not using technology to cover anything, and it's fabulous. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the way I think musicians should record music. Are
It's-
you splicing tape together, or is
No,
that
no.
really old school? Okay,
That would be that takes
Sorry,
more
Grandma.
talent. That takes more
Grandma.
talent than playing.
right. That's funny. And so,
Pressed to vinyl, which is a whole we recorded this in February of last year.
okay,
Probably finished mixing it, and I think I sent in the paperwork in April. So you could see that's a lot different than releasing on iTunes, where it's almost you could get it on iTunes in like 2 weeks or something like that. This was a year in the making. Of course, we're working on Tony was working on the artwork at the time while it was in queue at the pressing plant, and it really is nice having that, that 12 by 12 cardboard box with your music inside it.
Something to hold.
Yeah, something to hold.
yeah, really, it's
Well, it makes the
awesome.
artwork worth it too, But it is available for all the kiddies on digital service. Yeah, and it is being distributed by Fat Beats Distribution, which is really
Nice.
awesome because it's showing up. If people are listening in the UK, they can get it there. There's record stores that have it there. There's
Nice.
yeah, so it's showing up all over the place, and it's makes you Google yourself a little too much.
That's really cool.
Where am I
It's
now?
really exciting. That's awesome. And you said you have some show song. What are we going to hear next?
This next song's Equipoise. It's probably
Equipoise. That's another
Equipoise.
interesting word.
And I actually don't even know what it means. I didn't write it. This is probably our most the jazziest song on there, I think. But we kind of flipped it around and made it a lot different, I think, than every other version I've heard. I don't know if this one features Mr. Michael Reed banging the. I could say hell on the radio, right?
Too late.
Too late.
Slapping them skins.
There goes my royalty money.
That's 3 cents.
Yeah, at the end, that's Michael Reed banging away on those drums.
Nice. Has this aired on the radio yet?
No.
Can we say you heard it here first?
You
on
heard
KPOO?
it here first. KPOO.
Oh, man, I love that. That's such a gift. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Keep us posted. Send us music. We love what you're doing. I'm happy to promote for you anytime.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah,
Always
thank you guys so much. And go to their website. Check these guys out. They're doing such great work and support local artists. Here they are, the Baer Magnant Group. And the song is called what? Equipoise?
Equipoise.
Equipoise. All right, and this is off their latest album, Liminal Spaces. You heard it here first on KPOO.
Here we are on Highway 101. 101.
Mama's little baby like shortening bread. Shortbread.